Hello, everyone. I want to speak to the heart of every person who has ever doubted their worth, questioned their ability, or stood in front of the mirror and silently asked, "Am I enough?" I want to speak about something more powerful than talent, more crucial than intelligence, and more life-changing than any external validation. I want to speak about confidence and self-esteem, the very foundation upon which dreams are built, battles are won, and lives are transformed. Let me begin with a truth that often gets lost in the noise of comparison and self-doubt. You are enough. Right now, as you are. Not when you earn more, not when you lose weight, not when you reach some distant milestone. You are worthy of love, success, and happiness, simply because you exist. But I know the world doesn't always make it easy to believe that. From a young age, we're bombarded with messages that tell us who we should be, how we should look, and what we must achieve to be considered valuable. We're taught to chase approval, to compare ourselves constantly, and to wear masks just to fit in. And slowly, without even realizing it, many of us begin to shrink. We silence our voices. We dim our light. We doubt our potential. That, my friends, is the tragedy of lost confidence. But here's the good news. Confidence and self-esteem are not gifts reserved for the lucky few. They are skills. And like any skill, they can be built, strengthened, and mastered. You don't need anyone's permission to believe in yourself. You only need the courage to start. So how do we build confidence? How do we nurture self-esteem in a world that often thrives on insecurity? The first step is to recognize your inherent worth. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You are not your bank account, your job title, or the number on the scale. You are a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. You are the result of billions of years of evolution, born with unique gifts, strengths, and a purpose that only you can fulfill. When you truly understand your worth, you stop settling for less than you deserve. You stop tolerating toxic relationships. You stop saying yes when your heart is screaming no. Confidence begins when you honor yourself. The second step is to challenge the inner critic. We all have that voice in our heads that says, "You're not good enough." But let me tell you something. Just because a voice is loud doesn't mean it's right. That critic was built from fear, not truth. It was shaped by past pain, not future possibility. When that voice shows up, and it will talk back, replace self-doubt with self-encouragement. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I'm still learning, but I will figure it out." Instead of, "I'm a failure," say, "I failed, but I'm not a failure." Confidence is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to believe in yourself despite fear. The third step is to take action, even when you don't feel ready. Confidence is like a muscle that grows through use. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you send a message to yourself that says, "I am capable." And with every small win, your self-esteem grows. Want to feel more confident? Try something new. Speak up in that meeting. Start that business. Write that book. Apply for that job. Confidence is not something you wait for. It is something you create through repeated, courageous action. The fourth step is to surround yourself with people who uplift you. You cannot build a strong sense of self in an environment that constantly tears you down. Choose friends who see your greatness even when you forget it. Seek mentors who challenge you to grow. Let go of anyone who makes you feel small or less than. And most importantly, be that person for yourself. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love. Celebrate your wins. Forgive your failures. Encourage your efforts. You are with yourself every moment of your life. Make sure your inner world is a place of compassion, not condemnation. The fifth and final step is to live in alignment with your values. Confidence is not just about how you look or what you say. It's about living with integrity. When your actions reflect your beliefs, when you honor your truth, when you stand for something meaningful, you walk taller. You speak clearer. You radiate authenticity. And that, my friends, is the foundation of unshakable confidence. Let me be clear. Building confidence and self-esteem is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong journey. There will be days you stumble. There will be moments you feel uncertain. That's okay. Confidence is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's not about never falling. It's about rising each time you do. So if you're feeling low, if your self-esteem has taken a hit, if you've forgotten your worth, let this be your reminder. You are powerful. You are resilient. You are worthy. Start small. Start now. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Every step you take, no matter how tiny, is a victory. Remember, the most confident people aren't those who have never faced rejection or failure. They are those who decided that their worth was never up for debate. They are those who showed up every day, even when the odds were stacked against them. You have that power too. The power to believe in yourself. The power to walk into a room and know you belong. The power to pursue your dreams, not because someone else says you can, but because you say you can. So I leave you with this. Hold your head high. Speak your truth. Walk your path with pride. And never forget, you are more than enough. Confidence isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's about being sure of who you are quietly, steadily, deeply. Build that kind of confidence. Nourish that kind of self-esteem. And the world will not be able to ignore the power you carry. Believe in yourself, and the rest will follow. Thank you.